The morning sun cast long shadows across the Kepler 442b valley as Zekthar's hunting party crested the northern ridge. Through his bio-enhanced optics, the Vraknari commander surveyed the settlement below with predatory satisfaction. The humans had chosen their location well, near fresh water with fertile ground and natural defensive positions. It would make excellent hunting grounds once they claimed it. "Look there," hissed his second-in-command, Velmore, pointing toward the settlement's edge. The soft skins let their cubs wander freely. Zekthar focused his gaze and saw them. 3 small human children playing in a meadow, their laughter carrying faintly on the morning breeze. They kicked a spherical object between them, completely unaware of the 18 elite Vraknari warriors observing from above. The sight triggered something primal in the reptilian hunters. In their culture, young ones were kept secure until they could defend themselves. These humans displayed such weakness, such carelessness with their offspring. "Alpha leaves cubs, unguarded," Velmore continued, using their term for the human settlement leader. "Easy prey. We take cubs first, then Alpha surrenders colony without fight." The Vraknari had perfected this strategy across 7 worlds. Target the young, break. The spirit of the adults claimed the territory. Humans were just another species to be conquered. Their settlements another addition to the ever-expanding Vraknari empire. Zekthar raised his plasma rifle, its targeting system automatically locking onto the nearest child, a small female, with bright yellow hair. "Begin hunt. Take cubs alive if possible. Dead cubs still make Alpha comply." What the Vraknari didn't know was that humanity had learned from their previous encounters. 3 months ago, the farming colony on Kepler 438c had sent out a desperate transmission before going silent. The message was brief but clear. "Children taken, we surrender. Please remember our colony existed." Humanity remembered. 2 kilometers away, Staff Sergeant Maria Santos adjusted her scope minutely. The crosshairs centered perfectly on the lead Vraknari's cranial ridge. Around her, 5 other Marine snipers lay concealed in spider holes they'd spent weeks preparing. Each position was invisible from above, carefully camouflaged and equipped with advanced suppression systems. "Overwatch 1 to all stations," she whispered into her comm. 18 targets confirmed. They're targeting the children as predicted." "Copy Overwatch 1, came the reply from Captain Hayes, positioned with the quick response team 500 meters below. "Children are secure. In the bunker. What you're seeing are holo projections." Santos smiled grimly. The children playing in the meadow were sophisticated holographic decoys, programmed with AI behavioral patterns that perfectly mimicked human kids at play. Every laugh, every movement, every moment of apparent vulnerability was carefully calculated. Bait. "Pattern recognition suggests they'll initiate attack in 30 seconds, reported Corporal Kim from Position 3. "Target selection indicates they're following standard Vraknari hunting protocols." The Vraknari began their descent, moving with practiced stealth through the tree line. They communicated through subtle hand signals, their movements coordinated and precise. These weren't mindless predators. They were experienced soldiers who had perfected their tactics through countless successful raids. But they had never fought humans who were ready for them. As Zekthar raised his weapon to fire on what he believed was a helpless human child, Santos made a decision that would echo across both species' histories. All stations, weapons free. Show them what happens when predators hunt our young. The morning air erupted with synchronized thunder. 650 caliber rounds fired within microseconds of each other found their marks before the sound even reached the valley below. Zekthar's head disappeared in a spray of purple blood and shattered. Carapace. 5 other Vraknari commanders dropped simultaneously, their sophisticated battle armor useless against humanity's most ancient and refined art: precision marksmanship. The remaining 12 warriors scattered, their predatory confidence shattered as they realized they had become the hunted. Their advanced technology, their superior physical strength, their battle-tested tactics, none of it mattered when humans had time to prepare and a reason to fight. Overwatch 1 to QRT, 12 rabbits running, standard harassment protocol. What followed wasn't a battle, it was a demonstration. The surviving Vraknari found themselves herded through carefully prepared kill zones, their every movement anticipated, their escape routes methodically closed. Motion sensors triggered precisely placed charges. Thermal imaging guided long-range eliminations. Every tree, every rock, every shadow had been weaponized by human ingenuity and fury. Within 20 minutes, 17 of the 18 elite Vraknari hunters were dead. The sole survivor, Velmor, found himself surrounded in a clearing, wounded and alone. As human soldiers emerged from concealment, he expected the quick death his species typically granted defeated enemies. Instead, Captain Hayes approached with a field medical kit. "We're going to patch you up," Hayes said calmly as medics began treating the Vraknari's wounds. "Then you're going home with a message for your empire." Velmor stared in confusion as the humans, whose cubs his people had planned to slaughter, worked to save his life. "Tell them this," Hayes continued, his voice carrying absolute certainty. "Humanity protects its children, always. And we remember every colony that goes silent, every world that stops transmitting, every species that thinks human young are easy prey." As Velmor was loaded onto a medical transport, Santos and her team began breaking down their positions with mechanical efficiency. They'd done their job, but this was only the beginning. 3 days later, Velmor's ship limped into Vraknari space carrying footage of the massacre and a simple message from the human colony. "We see you watching our children play. Now you know, we're watching you too." The Vraknari Empire never again targeted human settlements. They had learned that when it came to protecting their young, humans weren't prey. They were apex predators who had simply been playing with their food.